Welcome back to the 17th video about my electronic dual engine control lever IP68 project. In the previous video we made all the parts we need to work with the round table to clamp things down. Card here, link in the description. And in this video I want to actually finish the levers themselves. There are already two videos about these levers, cards here, links in the description. And there are three operations left on these thingies here. First we need to cut a radius here so the handle will have a smooth transition here and you can grab it real nice. Then we will have to cut an M6 thread into that hole. There is no thread currently here. And first of all, I want to clean up these saw cuts here in the C-clamp section. Enjoy! We will replace those ugly saw cuts here with an actual milled slot, and for that reason I bought this tiny end mill here, 2 millimeters, was probably in the mailbag, card here, link in the description. I centered it up as good as I can using some parallels, which incidentally fit exactly on the right and the left if you take two in parallel. And yeah, we will be very careful because there's not much meat here. I have my parallels down below, but that one I cannot really make it stick. Maybe when some pressure is coming down here. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so I took only 0.5 millimeter passes and it should have taken me 10 passes to get through the 5 millimeters of my levers. However, maybe you've noticed that in the time lapse, at the last two passes, also the last passes, my end mill came loose in the collet, and yeah, I had to stop there, and I continued off camera. Just remember to really fasten your collets before any milli operation. Anyway, I also finished off camera the second one. And now it looks more like a C-clamp, and the most important thing is that crooked saw cut here is it's gone. Now it looks like something. The next operation would be to mill that radius here at the end of the lever. In the previous video, already carded but link in the description, I talked in detail about clamping down and centering my workpiece here on the round table. I won't repeat that. Anyway, the bolting down the round table on the coordinate table here on the compound table is really no problem. Just, yeah, put it somewhere in the middle and bolt it down. However, to make life easier for me, I will align the coordinate table, or the workpiece that is, in respect to my tool here in a certain manner. First, I aligned the x-axis and the rotation of the round table. So when I'm now moving here the y-axis, my workpiece is just scratching the tool. That means I'm running now my y-axis parallel to my workpiece. So that would be one of my 90-degree positions here in the rotation of the round table, in respect if, straight ahead here at the front is 0 degree, and then here around the radius, that's the other 90 degrees. I also marked that position with some red tape here on the round table. That's exactly, or about-ish, at 224 degrees. So minus 180 degrees, the opposite position I need to rotate to get my full 180 degree radius here, is at 44 degrees. I don't have a marker there because it's blocked by a T-slot nut. The other thing I did was aligning my tool here on the rotational axis, just in the Y direction, and I locked the Y axis. So we will in the end only work with the X axis and the rotation. Makes things easier. It's not really necessary. The only thing the radius cares about is the distance between your tool and the center. But if you can move it just on one axis to manipulate that distance, it's much easier, and therefore we zero in on the Y-axis and just move the X-axis. Please note, if your tool diameter is bigger than your mandrel diameter, you must leave a little gap here. Otherwise, when you come around to the plus or minus 90 degree position, your tool will run into your clamp here. And Now, my next and last reference point is advancing the X-axis until I scratch here with my tool. I'm in the 0 degree position, by the way. And I will set that as the 0. Hopefully I won't lose it on the X-axis. That's it, I think. I made sure here my bolts are not colliding with my collet nut within my range of rotation and motion. And now we start milling. By the way, I exchanged the tool here. That was a 5mm end mill, because that's a 5mm shaft, easy to align, to my largest 6mm diameter end mill. Well, it's a radius. It's not quite perfect, because if I remember right, the hole was maybe a 1/10 off, and you see that because here you have a slight transition, while here, that's not quite, the radius blending into the straight line. There's a little bump here, and this is not, let me zoom down, and this is not quite straight. That's the trimming error of my head. It's very small, but that difference, that's the offset of the hole here. Didn't work exactly enough when drilling that, but otherwise it's a radius, all right. And I filed a little bit the edges off here. The very last operation is to cut a M6 thread into the hole. And now with the radius in place, with the thread in place, I should be able, which is the nicer side, that side, to screw on the handle. And if I worked correctly, then the end of the screw should be flush, and it is. Okay, at least I didn't fuck up there. Okay, wonderful. That is your first finished handle. That's it for today. One handle lever assembly finished, and I will do the other one off camera, okay? Next time we will work probably a little bit more on the centerpiece. Center part. I'm not quite sure if we will finish it. Maybe we also start work on the side pieces. We'll see. Till then, bye.